Welcome to all the 6th class students to our science class. Good afternoon to everyone. I hope you are all fine and best. Please give your attendance fast. Don't make any other information in the chat box. Just you give your attendance and what is your doubts are there in our concerned topic. Soluble and insoluble in water. Our next topic and last topic of our this fifth lesson, materials and things. Okay, now yes, whatever the our last topic in our materials and things, that is solvable and as well as what dissolvable. Which one is called insolvable? Which one is called solvable? Okay, when we added in a water, okay, somewhat are mixed with the water, somewhat may not mixed with the water. Okay, clear or not all of you? When you take that water and it will be adopted that color. Suppose you take somewhat color granules. Yes, and it will be solid in the water and that color is getting for the water. And suppose you take a salt. Okay, when you add the salt, we stir it, automatically that salt is dissolved in our water. Okay, clear or not all of you? It is dissolved in our water. Yes, and as well as it will be it is solved in the water and it will become salty. Suppose you take sugar in the water. When you take a sugar in the water, automatically when you stir it, yes, it will be dissolved in. It is solid in this. It is solid in this particular water. That properties are called soluble and somewhat insoluble. Suppose you take a iron balls, otherwise a sand. Okay, clear or not all the students? Otherwise a plastic. Okay, clear? Yes, and they are solid in the water? No, they are not solid in the water. They are not mixed in the water. Okay, now that is only called insoluble. Otherwise you take oil, coconut oil. Otherwise you take kerosene. Otherwise you take petrol. Okay, now these type of oils are added into the water. They solid in that water. They mixed with the water. No, they are not mixed with the water. Clear or not all the student? This property of water is only called insoluble property. Solvable property is nothing but what actually? Solvable property is nothing but when you take a substance, it is take inside of water that may be mixed with the water. It is called what actually? It is called solvable. Okay, students, during the lesson, don't ask any doubts now. After completion of lesson, I will provide the time for you. At that time you ask your doubts. I am going with the solvable and insoluble. Some members are asked us what is the sink, what is the float. How? I am stop the topic at the middle. How to come to for you. It is a correct only? No, it is not correct. Already yesterday we have discussed it. If you have any doubt, I am given the time for you. At that time only you type in your chat box. Okay. Here, why it is solvable? Why it is not solvable? Why it is insolvable? Clear or not, all the students? Suppose you take water. Okay, now you know very well. Water is what actually? The water is liquid. Water is what actually? Liquid. Okay, now when you take a water, the water molecules are contain somewhat space between the one particle to the another particle or not? Already you know very well. When you take a materials are classified into three types. One is the solid, another one is the liquid, another one is the gases. Okay, clear or not, all of you? One is the solid, another one is the liquid, another one is the gases. Okay, clear or not, all the students? When you take it is a liquid, when you take it is a liquid, yes, and when we add somewhat material to it, okay, clear or not, all the students? When we add somewhat material to it is whatever the space is there between the one water molecule to the another water molecule. Whatever the space is there between the one water molecule to the another water molecule, it will be added. Okay, now, yes, this is what? Mixed particles. These into marks are indicates what? Mixed particles. I hope you are understood. That is, when you take a liquid, that liquid particles are contain the space between the one particle to the another particle. But when you take a somewhat these are whatever the crossed particles are there, that may be suppose taken as salt particle. That may be taken as somewhat which particles? Or maybe it is a sugar particle. They are entered into that particular place, they mix it with the water. This is only going on. Okay, clear or not, all of you? This is only the going on. Understood not, all of the students? This is only called what? Solvable. Okay, clear? Yes, whatever the liquid you are take, it should be compulsory contain the space between the one particle to the another particle or not? Yeah, it is a compulsory contain space between the one particle to the another particle inside. Okay, I hope you are understood. One particle to the another particle, there is a space is there. Okay, and as well as there is a what? When you take a space between the one particle to the another particle in a liquid, when we are added somewhat another substance, may either solid, either may it is another liquid. Suppose you take a milk is a solvable in a water or not? Yeah, milk is also solvable in a water. How it is a solvable? Whatever the milk particles are there, when you take a milk particle, it is combined with the water. When it is combined with the water, yes, in this way, water particles are one is contain distance between another one. Otherwise, it is aparted from one another. When it is aparted from one another, automatically there is a whatever the space is there, whatever the aparting part is there, that is filled with our milk particle. Okay, now, yes, suppose you take here coconut oil, it is mixed with the water. No, it is not mixed with water. Why? Why? Because whatever the coconut oil particles are there, that particles may have more space, otherwise may be big molecule nature. Okay, now big space, may it is not fixed in it. Suppose one particle to the water, it is a one water particle, it is another water particle. Suppose this is the space. In this space it is may not fixed now. it is not fixed. That's why it is not mixed with it. Okay, clear? In case there is, you take it, this is the water particle, this is the one of the water particle, this is another water particle. May the space is available between the one particle to the another water particle. Suppose the milk particle, inside of the milk, the particle is only, it is a maybe milk particle. It is a, when it is a comes here, it is a mixed or not? It is a fixed or not? Yeah, it is a fixed. When it is a fixed like this, it is a called what? It is a called solvable. It is a called what? It is a called solvable. It is a called what? It is a called insoluble. Okay, I hope you are understood. This is only about the solvable and as well as the insoluble. Yes, whatever you take a water of a 1/2 liter of water, it is a contain number of particles inside it. It is a contain lakhs of particles inside it. Clear or not? I hope you understood. There is a lakhs of particles may contain inside it. You take one of our 1 liter of water. Okay. Yes, one number is there. That is a called Avogadro number. That is a called Avogadro number. Yes, in your higher classes may get for you. That is a called Avogadro number. Avogadro number. That Avogadro number is equal to what you know? 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23. 1 gram mole of a substance. 1 gram of a substance. That is, you know very well, you know, don't know about what is the mole, what is the things. Treated. 1 gram of hydrogen contains 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 number of particles are there. What you understood from this one? 1 gram of hydrogen contain how many particles? 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 number of particles are there. Means what? After 6 you have to add the 23 zeros. That much of number of particles are there. Okay now? 1 in 1 gram only. 1 gram means what? Very minute na? Means what? Once check it out. In case you take a half liter of water or half liter of milk, how much it contains? It contains large amount. Okay, clear or not all the students? It's a contain large amount. That is only called what actually? That is only called Avogadro number, and as well as that large particles arranged in this way. Yes, when you take solids, they are arranged very near with each other. Very near with each other. Very near with each other. There is any space there in the solids. There is a solid, it is a contained space. No space now. Suppose when you take a liquid, it is a container one actually, somewhat space is there. Like a liquids are contained somewhat space. This is the space, 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 this is the space is there. Somewhat space is there. Clear? And as well as when you take here gas, when you take here gas particles, okay, and here there is a particles are one is separated with another one. Here separated with another one. One is separated with another one. Okay, and here there is a very small particles are there here. It is from this particle to this particle, this much of space is there. This particle to this particle, this much of space is there. This particle to this particle, this much of space is there. In a gases, large space compared with the liquids. So easily the particles are mixed with the what actually? Easily it is mixed with the gas. Suppose you take a incense sticks, otherwise the deodorant, otherwise the scent. Okay, now that is easily spread in that particular particles or not? Yeah, easily they spread in the particles, the gas particles. The liquid particles are easily spread throughout in one room also. Why? Because large space is there between the one particle to the another particle. In our water also somewhat space, not like a gases. Our water is a liquid, that's why it is a contain somewhat space between the one particle to the another particle. When you take any of solid, may the distance, whatever the distance is there between the one water particle to the another particle, may it is a fixed, may it is a fixed, automatically it is a solvable. In case it is may not fixed, okay now, that may it is not. Suppose there is a what, these are the two water particles. Imagine that there is how much space is there, this much of space is there. Here there is a taken, these are the two particles, these are the gap is there between the one water particle to the another water particle. This is the gap is there. Okay now, this is another any of a substance, it is any of a another substance. It is a fixed in it? No, it is not fixed, that's why it is not solvable. Clear or not all of you? Yes, it is a space between the one particle to the another particle. Yes, in case there is very nearer to each other, may require a very small particle to solve it. When we are increasing the speed, suppose it is a like a solids, like a solids it is, okay, like a liquids it is, like a liquids it is, somewhat gap is there. Okay, like a gases it is, like the gases it is. Clear or not all the students? This much of space is there. Okay, that's why easily as particles are, yes, may move through these particular things. In this way we are conclude about solvable and as well as the insolvable. In our textbook also they are given the what lot of information about the solvable and insolvable. Okay now, yes, may there is a what mixing with one another, it is a called solvable. Okay now, may it is not mixed with the water, it is a called insolvable. You know very well what is the solvable, what is the insolvable. Suppose you take a big tomato, it is a solvable in a water? No, it is not solvable in a water. Okay, clear or not all of you? Suppose you take a butter, it is solvable in a water? No, it is not solvable. Okay, suppose you take here curd, milk is solvable in a water, but curd that much of not solvable. Curd is a contain its own identity, some like small particles. When you stir it, we decreasing. Yeah, simply you got it now. Suppose you take a curd as a somewhat what solid nature, it may not mix it with the water. But when you stir it, automatically that particle size of a curd may be decreases. The particle size of the curd may decreases. Clear or not all of you? When it is a decreases, at that time it is solvable with the water, our water. Clear or not? In this way we conclude about yes, our about our solvable and as well as the insolvable of water. Okay, got it. This is only the information about solvable and as well as the insolvable. Okay, with this our material and things lesson is completed. Yes, students, if you have any doubt, please ask me now. Okay, now yes, please type in that our message box. Type in that message box if you have any doubts now. Total lesson is completed. There is a what we are taken today, the recapitulation also. If you have any doubts, yeah, what is the sink means? What is the sink means? There is a what, when you take a particles, when you take a one material, that material may go inside of a level of that another material. Okay, suppose when you take one material, that material take on another material, may it is a go the bottom level of another thing, it is a called sink. Okay, clear or not all the students? That is a called another thing, that is a called sink now. Okay, suppose you take a water now. In this water, may suppose you take here it is take here the water, On that water I am taken chalk piece. On the surface of water I am taken the chalk piece. But it is not stay on surface. It is go to the bottom of that water level. That is only called what? That is only called sink. May it is a dip in the lower levels of another material. It is called sink. When the sink is possible? When the sink it is possible, tell me. Yeah, the sink is possible based on the densities. Okay, one high density particle take on the low density particle, it may sink in that low density particle. Any doubt? Any more doubts in this? Sir, different in sink. I have not understood what you written. Yugender Reddy. Avogadro number means it is in your 10th class it is there. Okay, Avogadro number, but our understanding purpose I am given. Avogadro number measure the number of particles per a particular mass of the body. Suppose you take a chalk piece now. Chalk piece is contain 10 grams. Chalk piece is made by which things na? Chalk piece is made by the calcium carbonate. Okay, calcium carbonate. The material name is the calcium carbonate. How many number of calcium atoms are there? How many number of carbonate atoms are there? That will be only given by Avogadro number. Suppose you take a 1 gram more substance. In that 1 gram, how many number of particles are there? That is given by our Avogadro number. The number is a constant. You take a 1 gram mole of a substance, it is a contain 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 number. Means what? 6 after 6 you have to write 23 That is the very biggest number. You know very well, inside of every substance there is a very minute, tiny particles are there. Tiny particles are there. Okay, the tiny particles may not visible our eye. It is the invisible particles are there. That particles are measured by one number. That number is only called Avogadro number. Yes, and here one more doubt. What is that? Transient. Transient means there is a partially it allows the light. Based on the light propagation, the substances are classified into 3 types. One is a what nana? One is a transparent, another one is opaque, another one is a transient. Okay, when you take a transparent body, it allows the light total, not to throw it. Okay, clear or not all the students? It is allow the light throw it totally, like air, like glass. Okay, and suppose you have to take here, what is that? You have to take here my hand. It is not allow the light. My eyes are not appear to you now. Yeah, it is not appear to now. That is why, because there is my hand is not allow the light through it. That is only. Okay, then you come to here. Transient means partially it is allows the light. Okay, suppose when you take this water, okay, throw the water, my hand is appear or not? Yeah, it is appear for you. This much of clear it is not appear, but it is appear or not? Yeah, it is appear. Somewhat it is appear. Clear, it is appear. Part of totally appear? No, partially appear. That is only called transient media. Now this plastic bottle and as well as this water together they work as a transparent. Now it is appear, partially appear. My hand is, my finger is appear partially to you or not? Partially appear. That is only called what actually? That is only called, yes, partial transparent media, otherwise the transient media. Transient media. Wait, any more doubts? Yeah, in the table I, there is a given somewhat information is there. Material added, dissolves or not. Yeah, when you take a sugar, it is dissolved in water or not? Yeah, it is dissolved. Salt dissolves or not? Yeah, it is also yes, dissolves only. Sand, it is not dissolved. No. Sawdust means what? It is not dissolved. Sawdust also not dissolves. Chalk powder, may it is dissolved. Chalk powder is dissolved in water. Okay, clear or not, all the students? Mr. Who's that? Manyam, P. Manyam. Who's that? What you require? Huh? You don't want to listen the class? We take some milk, we mix some poison. Why we are taking poison? Huh? What is the necessity to make like these things? Why you are getting? The milk become poison or not? Yeah, it is become poison or not? Why? Because whatever the milk particles are there, one milk particle to the another milk particle, whatever the space is there, okay now? Yes, may the space filled by poison particle, that's why it will become poison. Any more doubts? Yeah, we'll go with the projects later. Once you complete that all the doubt clarification of material and things lesson. Till now any doubts are there, you have to go to complete. Yeah, now we'll go with the bottom of our papers. Okay, now somewhat information is given. We go with that information once. Okay, now. Yeah, come here, page number 43. Okay, from this bottom, we have there is a what? We have the bottom at the bottom. The color of transparent object depending on the color of light it transmits. Okay, clear or not, all the students? There is a color of a transparent objects depend on the color of light transmit through it. When you take a glass, it look like in a which that a particular color only. Suppose you take a transparent media. Suppose you take a water. Okay, now whatever the water, the color of water maybe you are taken the color of light is a green. The water also looks like a green color only or not. Suppose there is a what one laser light is came through the air. That air looks in which color? That air looks in which color, Nana? Whatever the light is produced, the light produced through the colored light, it is sent through the air. The total area of path will be looked in a which color? In that particular color only or not? Like that. The meaning of that one is what? When you take a transparent media, through the transparent media, one color is transported. The transparent media looks like in the same color only. You know very well about this. Yes, laser light, otherwise you take a neat water, when your water is influenced by somewhat color light, that water color may looks like in that color only. Okay, that is only. And come to your 44 page, at the bottom there is we have one information. When white light shines on object, it may be reflected, observed or transmitted. Yeah, there is already, this is a very important thing now. You take any object, suppose myself I am influenced by the tube light color. My tube light color will fall on me. Okay, now total tube light color, whatever fall on me, the light fall on me, it will be come towards you. No, it is not come towards you. Some amount of light absorbed by me, some amount of light comes towards you. Okay, clear or not, all of you? Some amount of light may go back like this. That's why only the shadow is formed. Clear? Now my hand, once check it out my hand. My hand is now illuminated by which one, Nana? Now illuminated by which one? Illuminated by light. Okay, when it is a Falana light, palm means this one. Okay, this part from here to here, it is a called palm. Okay, here there is a what, when you there is taken that light fall on my hand, it will be looks my hand in this particular color format, and as well as there is a shadow is getting for other not in this particular place. Once check it out, behind the my hand there is a shadow is there. Yes, and as well as somewhat it is appear to you, somewhat it is observed by it also. Clear or not all of you? Means what? When the light is a fall on one substance, it may somewhat observed, otherwise may somewhat reflected, somewhat form of shadows like diffracted. Total amount of light never it is a reflective only. Okay, obstacle also, it still obstacle also. When the light is a fall on it, some amount is a reflected, some amount is a what diffracted, some amount is observed. Okay, clear? This is only about what actually? This is only about our what is that? About our concept of light observation, transmission, and other reflection. Yes, and the next come to here. Pressure is nothing but force by area. Force by area. Okay, now yes, pressure is nothing but force by area. About this you have in a 7th class. Suppose you take here. There is about the duster. Now the duster is in this particular shape. When I am applying force on it, it will be changes its shape or not. When I am press on it, I am giving a force per area. It is a changes its shape. This is only called pressure. This is only called pressure. Okay. And now come to here. We do not actually see colors. What we see as a color is the effect of light shining of an object. Okay, about the light which is given, actually it is not possible to see the color. Whatever it will be fall on the body, that is only illuminate the body, that color is only appear to us. Okay, it is a very lengthy topic to explain. Okay, now, yes, that is we may get for you in your higher classes. Actually, objects sinks or float. That is the 46th page. What is the red color? Huh? Red. Why you written red? Huh? Here, actually, objects sink or float because the density is more or less than the densities of whatever media they are floating in. Okay, clear or not, all the students? I hope you are understood. There is a what already we have discussed. Depending on the densities of the bodies only, the bodies may float or may sink. Okay, now when you take a high density body on a low density body, automatically it is a sink in that low density body. Clear or not, all of you? You take high density body and that will be, yes, take on the low density body, it may sink in it. Otherwise, you take a high density body, on that you take a light density body, low density body, it may automatically floated. Clear or not, all the students? It may automatically floated. Yes, and now there is a what you take in page number 47. Okay, now on the page number 47 at the bottom, given the units of density. Water has density of 1 gram per milliliter, and therefore if you had an object with the density less than 1 gram per milliliter, yes, it will float. Okay, water density is how much, Nana? Water density is 1 gram per cc, centimeter, otherwise milliliter or per milliliter. Yes, written as centimeter cube or milliliter also. Okay, now? Yes, otherwise a meter square or centimeter square. Water takes how much? 1 gram per meter square. Sorry, centimeter square. Yes, and in case you take a 1 gram, the water occupies the 1 meter area, 1 centimeter square area, otherwise the 1 milliliter height. Value of water measured in a milliliters and liters now. There is about 1 gram of water when you take, that is occupied 1 milliliter volume. Okay, if in case you take any other substance, it not contain the value 1 gram per milliliter, it is made floated. That is only the information. Means what? The density of water is high. In case that is less than that water density is made floated on a water. That is only given in a 47 page. That information at the bottom it is given. And at the bottom of 48 pages there is a given what? Water is more dense than the ice. It's a crystalline structure that make ice less density. Okay, you know very well. Sometimes ice is floated on water. Sometimes may dip in the water. Why? Because it will be contained about a crystalline nature. At that time, it is a contain low density than the water. Actually, ice is a solid now, but still ice is a solid of water, but it is not dip in the water. Why? Because at the time of a crystalline, ice is a contained. Ice is a contains what actually? Ice is a contain less density than the water. That's why only ice is floated on a water. Okay, clear? And now the last one, 49. The word candle is a derived from the Latin word candela. Okay, meaning of it to shine. It's important information. There is candle is a Latin word. It came from the Latin word. It originated from Latin word. That is the name. Candle means shine. In the Latin, it is the meaning of the candle is shine. And the last in this particular page 50, you have candles made of bee wax, have sweet smell and give less smoke. Okay, now this candle is made by which one? Wax, different type of a wax. Okay, clear or not all the students? That wax is get the sweet smell and as well as the no smoke will be get. Okay, clear or not all of you? No smoke will be get for you. Okay, this is only about our important points. Important points, whatever given in below the our lesson, below the pages. Okay, bottom of the pages. Please compulsory go with this information. Why? Because it is very useful to you. Already I am given a suggestion to you. Yes, you write all this. Totally how many pages are there? Totally 176 pages are there. Okay, you get a 176 statements are get for you. Okay, why? Because the 176 general knowledge questions are get for you. Okay, now from this our textbook. Okay, that's why we concentrate on it, and as well as compulsory you analyze it. Okay, compulsory you analyze it. Okay, this is only about our today's class. Tomorrow we'll go with the discussion of question answers and as well as the keywords and everything. Okay, now I hope you are understood. Yes, the total lesson in the material and things we are discussed. What the material actually and why the materials are used for only single material are used for making of a different objects. Otherwise, sometimes one object may possible to made by the different materials, how it is and why it is. We already discussed that, and then after we are discussed what is the properties of light of material, and then after we are discussed how it is the sink or how it is the floor. Then after we are discussed how it is the solved, how it is unsolved, and as well as on which property based we are classified our materials as a liquids, gases and as well as the solid. Okay, now this is only the information about our material and things lesson. Tomorrow we have to go with the keywords and as well as our next concept, question and answers discussion. Okay, don't miss it. Tomorrow we'll meet at same time. Bye. Take care, all the students.